Let's talk about what's happening in the field of mental health and anti-Zionism. While I am not a psychologist or a social worker, I did get my undergraduate in psychology, and I am seeing now the most appalling phenomenon in the mental health community. What I have been seeing is therapists who write literally in their descriptions things like, I'm reading now from a social worker from New York, I'm not going to say her name, but a social worker from New York writing, "I do not accept Zio clients." This is a direct quote from a therapist in the state of New York. Now, besides the fact that saying "I do not accept Zio clients" is horrifically anti-Semitic, it is bigoted, it's filled with prejudice and hate, it is against the law, and that person could be losing their license. But this is not the only person. I have seen too many situations where people who claim to be in the healing profession, because mental health, after everything said and done, is a profession of healing. And to see anti-Semites saying, "I do not accept Zionists, I don't feel comfortable with Zionists," is a violation of the most foundational premise of the field. When you study psychology, the first thing they tell you is, take your biases, take your judgments, and leave them outside the door. You cannot judge a person when they come into you, when they sit on the couch, on the chair, what have you not. You can start putting in your own judgment, your own religious, personal, political values, and seeing them through that prism. You need to be there for your patient, client, whatever you want to call the person. And therefore, the people who are now saying, "Oh, I'm an anti-Zionist therapist," are violating the most basic premise of psychology, of therapy, of mental health, and they need to be called out, and professional organizations must revoke the licenses of those who break the rules. We cannot have a situation where people say, "Oh, I'm not gonna judge anybody except if." And so the anti-Semitism that is going unchecked in the name of anti-Zionism in the field of mental health must be addressed. You need to bring attention to that, and professional mental health organizations must speak out against this. This is a red line that cannot be crossed. Let's speak out against it. Let's make sure everyone is treated equally.